Housing Minister secures presidential candidacy for the PPP. Government confirms only 3 persons convicted in 14 suspected cases of human trafficking. Police seized grenade and boat along Cayuny River. And in sport, Guyana Jaguars and Leeward Islands Hurricanes game delayed as 8 players unwell. These and more right now on this Saturday, January 19, 2019 edition of News Update. Good evening, I'm Lashona Gomes Cornelius. Thanks for joining us. The People's Progressive Party today concluded the process of electing its presidential candidate, a process which lasted for nearly 2 months. In accordance with the agreed process, the Central Committee elected Mohammed Irfan Ali as the party's presidential candidate for the next national and regional elections. 5 candidates expressed an intention to contest for this post. These were Anil Nandlal, Dr. Frank Anthony, Dr. Vindhya Prasad, Irfan Ali, and Gail Teixeira. Immediately prior to the elections, Dr. Frank Anthony, Dr. Vindhya Prasad, and Gail Teixeira withdrew from the contest, leaving Nandlal and Ali as the 2 contestants. Ali received 24 votes and Nandlal received 11 votes from the 35-member Central Committee, thereby making Ali the presidential candidate. After the vote, the 4 other contenders congratulated Ali and pledged support to working towards a PPPC victory. The 38-year-old Ali has been a member of the PPP for over 20 years and a part of the leadership for 15 years, where he held the position of Finance Secretary for several years. He served in the cabinet for 7 years, holding the portfolios of Minister of Housing and Water and Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce. The party wishes to assure that despite a rigorous and competitive campaign, the party remains united and stands firmly behind the presidential candidate and pledges to work fervently to deliver victory at the polls as we continue to struggle for a better Guyana. Minister of State Joseph Harmon announced that of the 14 suspected cases of human trafficking in 2017, 3 persons have been convicted. Of the 14 cases, there were 50 suspected victims. Here is that story. Though the collaborative efforts of the Guyana Police Force, the Trafficking in Persons Unit, and U.S. Department Interpol for 2017, 14 suspected cases of trafficking in persons were identified, the minister said. Of that number, there were 50 suspected victims and 35 suspects, which to this date have resulted in 3 convictions. The task force, the minister indicated, commenced work on January 24, 2017, when a national action plan was launched.
That action plan continues to guide the activities of the task force. The report highlighted Guyana's elevation to Tier 1 status in the United States Department of State Annual Trafficking in Person Report. Tier 1 status means that Guyana fully meets the minimum standards for the elimination of trafficking in persons.
Minister Harmon also indicated that the report outlined the task force approaches to its work that was based on the 4 Ps paradigm for Guyana's efforts to tackling trafficking in persons.
The 4 Ps are prevention, protection, prosecution, and partnership. The report also detailed the activities undertaken under the 4 Ps, such as sensitization and awareness of trafficking in person, education sessions that were conducted at public, private, and non-governmental entities throughout Guyana.
In moving ahead to help fight the scourge of trafficking in persons in Guyana, in June of 2018, 20 mines officers underwent a 2-day training course designed to help them in identifying and referring trafficking in person victims. That training was coordinated by the Ministerial Task Force on Trafficking in Persons in collaboration with the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission. Joint Services ranks patrolling the Blackwater Creek Cayuny River last Wednesday and Thursday have arrested 5 persons possessing drugs and guns. On Wednesday around 13:30 hours, the ranks intercepted a boat and conducted a search where, in the possession of a 26-year-old Guyanese captain of Itarimbang Landing, they retrieved a 12-page cartridge and 271 grams of cannabis. At 15:30 hours on Thursday, the ranks intercepted another boat at Modho Cayuni River and found grenades in the possession of 2 of its 17 occupants. Just 2 hours later, another vessel was intercepted where one of the 2 occupants, a resident of Enterprise East Coast Demerara, was found with an unlicensed pistol and 11 live matching rounds in his possession. Late in the evening at 23 hours 30, the ranks foraged a boat at the Iterimban landing and found in possession of a 27-year-old Venezuelan captain 5 live rounds. Ranks of the Ghana Police Force, acting on information received, advanced to Wisma Linden, where acres of cannabis cultivation, a nursery, and a makeshift camp were discovered and later destroyed by fire. You're watching MTV's News Update. More news after the break. Stay with us.
Modern Optical Service has made it even better by introducing its budgeted spectacle line, starting as low as $10,000 for single vision lens and $12,000 for bifocal lens, available in tinted or clear, complete spectacles at affordable prices. So hurry down to our main office at 316 Middle Street or Lot 14 Diamond Public Road opposite Demerara Bank. Enjoy over 60 years of eye care experience at affordable prices. Modern Optical Service, your eye care professionals.
Introducing the new Softex toilet tissue, now available across Guyana. Softex is silky smooth because it's made from virgin pulp. Softex is soft and gentle to every touch. Even babies can use it. Manufactured and distributed by BPATS Paper Manufacturing, Eccles Industrial Site. The choice is clear. Choose Softex toilet tissue, super soft and super durable, guaranteed.
Secure your property, secure your life. Get the best security service from us at KGM Security Services Incorporated. Highly trained armed and unarmed officers at affordable rates. We offer armed mobile patrols, personal security, cash escort, alarm monitoring, quick response units. Also, rental of executive vehicles with armed guards. 74 Axora Avenue, Bel-Air Park, Georgetown. Contact us on 663-3227, 699-0084 or 654-1800. KGM Security Services Incorporated. We are your source for security.
Welcome back. You're watching MTV's News Update. As the political climate is uncertain, especially when and if snap elections is to be held, the Alliance for Change has sought to defend its actions in government for replacing thousands of sugar workers on the breadline. The AFC claims the sugar industry was never sustainable. Details from Godfrey Brooms.
The coalition government, made up of the Partnership for National Unity, APNU, and the Alliance for Change, AFC, closed the several sugar factories and estates. 3 more estates and factories are now up for sale, with the Guyana Sugar Corporation only controlling 3. As a consequence, thousands of sugar workers were made redundant without a means of income to provide for their families. These retrenched sugar workers have time and again complained about the hardships they are facing, but to no avail. However, as the election season approaches, the Alliance for Change is trying to clear its name on the decision. AFC member Michael Carrington claimed that the financial structure of the sugar industry was always miserable.
While some may be upset with closing of the sugar estate, the reality is we were selling around 14 billion in sugar a year. The operating expense were amount to 16 billion, wages amount to 16 billion, and other expense around 11 billion, which gives a total of $27 billion a year. Could the $14 billion sales cover the cost of $27 billion?
Meanwhile, it was the same AFC, prior to the 2015 general elections, claimed that no sugar estate will be closed.
We are not going to in any way close the sugar industry. If it is anybody that has ground it to the ground, it is the People's Progressive Party. We intend, brothers and sisters, to make that industry profitable again. We have to make it profitable because it is that which creates so much employment, not directly, but also indirectly for so many people across this country.
Godfrey Brooms, MTV News Update.
According to the Chief Medical Officer, the development of Guyana's primary health care is satisfactory, despite some challenges in the availability of medical professionals across all regions. The coalition government had diverted the money from the Specialty Hospital project to develop a primary health care system in the country. According to the Chief Medical Officer, the Guyana Vision 2020 strategy, which was initiated under the previous administration back in January 2014, was revised and is still being utilized to this day. Dr. Pasod explained that the strategy focuses extensively on the development of primary health care in the country.
So the primary healthcare system really is in full gear, I must say. We have expanded the services, particularly at our district hospitals, and several of them were upgraded to almost the status of regional hospitals. Bartica, Mabaruma, Letem. We now have specialists at all of these hospitals. Skeldon Hospital went through some development. We have regular doctors placed at Kokwani, at Upper Demerara, at even Madi at this point in time. We were working on improving the package of service offered there.
Dr. Pasod indicated that monies were used to tender for the projects to be redesigned. According to Dr. Pasod, the ministry, in working with the revised strategy, has managed to inculcate into most of the far-flung regional hospitals enhanced delivery services.
We have also strengthened most of the delivery centers to allow for faster and more efficient services when it comes to delivery. And this was not only in response to the plan, but also the need sometimes for medical evacuation and for emergency to move persons out when they are suffering from some condition, particularly maternal conditions and so on, from some of those regions.
Dr. Pasod stressed that now many of those issues can be addressed by the Letem, Mabaruma, Madia and Bartica regional hospitals. Despite attempting to upgrade the primary health care system, the rotation of doctors at other remote locations remain an issue. However, Minister of State Joseph Harmon, during the post-cabinet press briefing on Friday, indicated that no diversion was done, but did relate to primary health care is being looked at.
There is work going on in these regards, and as I said, there was no diversion. Let me clarify that, make that very clear, but that these were funds that the Indian government provided instead of the specialty hospital for 3 primary care facilities. Taxi drivers on the Essequibo coast have complained of being harassed by the police whenever they are on the job. They even complained that the police is checking their vehicles' engine oil before their fitness can be renewed.
Hire car drivers in Region 2 are frustrated, complaining of being harassed by law enforcement officers. Those at Anna Regina told this newscast that the officer in charge of granting renewal to fitness is checking the oil in the engine before it is granted.
Thing with the fitness, going in bonnet, checking spare wheel, when that's supposed to be happening. We are the normal thing. We're going all the time. Because of the light and so on and so you bring it up. When it's supposed to go in bonnet, we trunk. You see this thing over there back there? Keep tearing after, you got to go and get it back, look after. You got to go take it off. We got to go put it on back.
With the speed gun, which is supposed to be on the road. They're like they're hiding like police and thieves, which is supposed to be. Correct. You know, so they could show you any numbers because you know see that they point a gun to you, but they show you that you look at their over speed limit, and that is not fair to us.
Over at Supernam, the drivers there are forced to stay approximately 100 meters away from the stelling. If they go beyond the marked spot to assist the passengers with the luggage, they are being charged for soliciting passengers.
Because you hold on back, so the police are half on you. They will charge you, come bring your driver license, and they charge you. I mean, you go there and I help you bring your bag and carry to your car, is all right. Because some people poor and have money. And some of them old, like, you know.
But at least they could give you a chance to like, come down and help the people them, you know. We gotta fetch a bag and things because it's gotta help the passenger them. You understand? You gotta help them because they gotta pay the card man to push up there, and sometimes when you go up there now it's another thing again.
They all agree that the treatment by the police is unwanted and unwarranted.
The situation here is very wrong right now. At least I want to know they don't have no nothing for themselves that they can walk and go. Police gotta walk behind them all the time. Police don't have to go behind them. This is big men. They gotta adhere to the rules. They come and eat and they go back and bus the passenger wherever. But then they just want to come and eat when the days come. They don't like the police at all.
Meanwhile, Traffic Chief Lyndon Isles noted that such reports did not reach his desk, but promised to investigate the matters. Godfrey Brooms, MTV News Update.
An Essequibo family is now in mourning after their 19-year-old son died in an accident along the Underneeman Public Road, Essequibo Coast, on Friday. Based on an iNews Guyana report, the teen Rajendra Agnew of Section B, Underneeman, Essequibo Coast, was struck down by an alleged drunk driver. According to the Guyana Police Force, the accident occurred about 1840 hours on the Underneeman Public Road. The report also indicated that investigations revealed that motor car PSS 7038, driven by a 23-year-old suspect, was proceeding north along the western carriageway of the said road, reportedly at a fast rate of speed. It was suspected as the driver tried to negotiate a right turn, he lost control of the vehicle and collided with a teenage pedestrian. The lifeless body of the teen was then picked up and rushed to the Suddy Public Hospital, where Agnew succumbed to his injuries. The 23-year-old driver, a resident of Suddy Housing Scheme, Essequibo Coast, failed a breathalyzer test and has since been taken into police custody to assist with the investigation, iNews stated. Minister of Public Security Kemraj Ramjatan is maintaining that under his administration, there has been no case of political interference and direction with the Guyana Police Force. Minister Ramjatan was at the time responding to questions pertaining to allegations that he was responsible for ordering the investigation into former AFC Member of Parliament, Charandas Prasad. The minister believes that the Guyana Police Force has been doing exceptionally well, all without political tinkering.
I have never instructed any police commissioner to bring this police force up to the standard that we wanted. There must be no political interference, absolutely none. And at the conference that I had recently, at the officers' conference, I made that quite clear in my speech at the officers' conference.
Further, Ramjatan lambasted the previous PPP government for having meddled in the affairs of the Guyana Police Force in the past. That, the minister says, was responsible for a host of unsolved crimes.
Even if we are tempted to interfere, allow no interference from the politicos like used to happen under the PPP government. All the time they interfere. That is why they can't catch nobody. That is why piracy couldn't be done. That is why they couldn't bring in the Drug Enforcement Agency. That is why they couldn't get 911. Nothing.
However, he provided no proof of his statement.
Beeson Windows and Doors, fully equipped to handle all your commercial projects. Whether you're constructing a small or large commercial building, residential property, or just upgrading your home, they got you covered. Beeson Windows and Doors, providing unmatched quality windows for your home, office, and commercial building. Located at 1228 Eccles Industrial Site. For more information, call 662-4197 or 622-6943.
Did you know almost 1/3 of deaths in Guyana are heart-related? Chronic inflammation is the root cause of atherosclerosis, the process that leads to cholesterol-clogged arteries. You can now lower high triglyceride levels with Omega XL and reduce the dangerous inflammation that causes these problems. So to ensure a healthy heart and reduce your risk of disease, get your Omega XL today. Live long, stay strong with Omega XL.
Everything is connected. Our planet, our water sources, including the water we drink. Sometimes harmful bacteria end up in our streams and canals. Although treated, the risks are high. You can prevent this pollution and contamination by maintaining your septic tank and grease traps. Call the experts at Puran Brothers Disposal Incorporated on 264-1239 or 603-5050. Keeping it clean is what we do best.
Secure your property, secure your life. Get the best security service from us at KGM Security Services Incorporated. Highly trained armed and unarmed officers at affordable rates. We offer armed mobile patrols, personal security, cash escort, alarm monitoring, quick response units. Also, rental of executive vehicles with armed guards. 74 Axora Avenue, Bel Air Park, Georgetown. Contact us on 663-3227, 699-0084 or 654-1800. KGM Security Services Incorporated. We are your source for security.
You can be a millionaire by only spending $100 on a Daily Million ticket. Simply pick any 5 numbers from 1 to 26, or you can buy a quick pick for your chance to win the Daily Millions. Purchase your tickets daily, Monday through Saturday, to get a chance to win $1 million every day. So, feeling lucky? Then buy a Daily Millions ticket today. Remember, a ticket today could make you rich today.
Mark?
I'm in the kitchen.
This is amazing! I love your tiles.
Make an impression with the finest tiles imported by Lens. Lens has a huge selection of various tiles for your wall, floor, and pool needs. All of our tiles are of grade A quality, which are the highest quality tile rated. That means they last longer and are less likely to damage or crack. We're the sole distributor for many reputable companies around the world. At Lens, we have special deals for contractors and bulk shoppers. Shop at any of our locations to get the best in tiles. Lens, our product, your creation.
Welcome to Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., Guyana's sole distributor of NP and Ultra lubricants, SKF bearings, seal and belts, international trucks and parts, and Napa batteries. With a bond capacity of 30,000 square foot, we offer superior brands at affordable prices and the best after-sales service. ISG supplies sustainable integrated solutions to make your business a growing success. Visit us at our new main office at Lot 4Q Peters Hall. ISG, the best opportunity to make the right choice.
Welcome to the MTV Sport Update. The Guyana Cricket Board expresses disgust that the Cricket West Indies selectors omitted key Guyanese players from the Windies lineup for the first test against the visiting English team in Barbados.
The GCB strongly feels that all teams should be selected on a firm set of criteria. All players deserve a fair run in the team, especially in this era of shortened series of just 2 and 3 test matches, but the Jaguars' players seem to be discarded by the selection panel after just 2 or 3 tests, the GCB said. It is the view of the Guyana Cricket Board that a cursory view of the stats on the CWI website would demand Chandrapal Hemraj, Vishal Singh, Anthony Bramble, Kimo Paul and Veerasamy Permal to be called up for duty with the CWI President's 11 or the test team immediately. The GCB trusts that the selectors follow the strict selection criteria. Meanwhile, Guyanese cricket fans had already come forward expressing dissatisfaction that only one Guyanese, Shimron Hetmeyer, was selected in the Windies test squad. Chelsea Griffith, reporter for MTV's Sports Update.
Frontrunners Guyana Jaguars, led by Clinton Pestano and fellow pacer Romari Shepherd, gained a slim first innings lead on Leeward Islands Hurricanes and were batting to extend their overall advantage at the Guyana National Stadium on the second day of the fifth round matches.
Pestano claimed 4 for 50 from 13 overs and Shepherd supported with 3 for 29 from 10 overs. Resuming from their overnight total of 57 for 3, the Hurricanes saw Terrence Ward and Akeem Saunders extend their fourth wicket stand to 57. But Shepherd had Saunders caught behind for 28 and Pestano followed up with the scalps of Ward and Jason Peters, both LBW for 30 and a first ball duck respectively as the visitors stumbled to 97 for 6. Rakeem Cornwall batting at 6 resisted with 29 and Damian Jacobs batting at 10 rallied the lower order with 34 not out, but the Hurricanes spiraled short of becoming the first team to lead the four-time defending champions this season. Batting a second time, Jaguars built on their advantage as Trevon Griffith made 37 in a 57-run first wicket stand, with fellow left-hander Tagenarine Chanderpaul not out on 15. Off-spinner Cornwall struck 2 vital blows in the last hour when he trapped Griffith LBW and bowled Jaguars' captain Leon Johnson for 15. Chelsea Griffith, reporter for MTV Sports Update.
The start of the second session of play on Day 3 of the Regional 4-Day Professional Cricket League between Guyana Jaguars and the Leeward Islands Hurricanes at the National Stadium Providence was delayed indefinitely due to 8 players complaining about feeling unwell. Match referee Rion King informed News Update that as play was about to begin, players began complaining about feeling unwell. As such, he called for play to be delayed so the players could be attended by an on-field medic. King and the umpires were meeting with team officials and in communication with the medic to determine the next move. Cricket West Indies is standing by its decision to appoint Englishman Richard Phibbers as interim head coach of the West Indies men's team. Following a meeting of the Board of Directors on Thursday, January 17, the organization affirmed that the appointment of Phibbers was made with the support of more than 2/3 of its board to ensure the team had strong leadership ahead of the busy cricket season this year. Phibbers' tour of duty in the demanding months ahead will be supported by a technical team, which includes some of the game's leading experts from within the region and around the globe. CWI advises the decision to appoint a coach had been further reviewed and approved by the Corporate Governance and Audit Risk and Compliance Committees. Secretary of the Rupununi Football Association, Ryan Farias, has stated that the association has set their program for the year and will be a busy one for villages and teams under its umbrella.
The Cool Kids grassroots program that was initiated by the Guyana Football Federation would be a dominant feature throughout the year from January to November in the Rupununi. The launching of the RFA Senior League is set to take place towards the end of February, while the Rupununi Champions League will kick off in March, attracting both male and female teams. There will be a Basin Football Club promotion in July, while the month of August will witness the Guyana Rush Saints Football Club Pre-Heritage Tournament, Paiwamak Warriors Cup and Titans United August Games. Snatchers FC will run off tournaments in October after the national and regional heritage competitions in September. The month of November would see Gladiators FC running off an under-23 tournament, and also in this month, the RFA will host an under-13 female league. The final month of the year is anticipated to be an exciting one, with the Surama Cup promoted by the Tabatinga Football Club is contested. Chelsea Griffith, reporter for MTV Sports Update.
Welcome to Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., Guyana's sole distributor of NP and Ultra Lubricants, SKF Bearings, Seal and Belts, International Trucks and Parts, and Napa Batteries. With a bond capacity of 30,000 square foot, we offer superior brands at affordable prices and the best after-sales service. ISG supplies sustainable integrated solutions to make your business a growing success. Visit us at our new main office at Lot 4Q Peters Hall. ISG, the best opportunity to make the right choice.
And that's a wrap on today's broadcast. Before we go, here's a reminder of our top stories. Former Housing Minister secures presidential candidacy for the PPP. Government confirms only 3 persons convicted in 14 suspected cases of human trafficking. Police seized grenade and both along Cayuni River. And in sport, Guyana Jaguars and Leeward Islands Hurricanes game delayed as 8 players unwell. On behalf of our news and technical teams, I am Lashona Gomes Cornelius. Good night and see you next week.